Baldi's basics need no introduction.
That's me!
So, what is Baldi's basics in Nightmares and Learning?
That's me!
Well, it is a joke game made by RGAC25, which is the same developer from Post Shift 2, aka the hardest Fnaf fan game ever made. It basically takes the Baldi cast, slaps some nightmare animatronics on them, and then adds some very simple mechanics. Later on, the game would receive a big update that added a new, more challenging night with a more polished gameplay. I was already familiar with these two versions of the game, so when I saw that there was another version, I got very excited to know what other things could have been added. And then when I played the game, I realized that it wasn't simply another version. It was a sequel, a completely different game. A very welcome surprise. And so, I'm here to talk about Baldi's basics in Nightmares and Learning 1.5. Opening the game, we're welcomed with a text barrier that offers some lore. I didn't even know this game had lore.
Listen carefully, you are still trapped. I can help you, but you must play Baldi this next game first. You must complete the final challenges in order to unlock Polter. From there you will be able to eradicate him. However, this one is easy, and you will encounter many difficulties during these challenges. You are now home, however, we are still here. Until you have completed these challenges, I have no further business talking to you. Good luck.
This game is not really divided by nights, but if we were to follow this model, night 1 would be the tutorial night. Literally, it has no threats and there's text everywhere. This game really does embrace its inner Fnaf 4, and it takes place in a bedroom. Except, this bedroom is really big. Seriously, here is a map of our room that I've drawn. It's actually pretty easy to get lost on your first few times. So I'll keep the map here, and I'll explain the mechanics as the video progresses. Night 2, or Easy Mode, only has two animatronics active. The first being Baldi, and the other being Nightmare Principal. Nightmare Baldi can appear in 3 different locations. He may appear at the corner of your bed, and if you see him, you just have to shine your light at him and he'll go away. Although he doesn't really make any sound cues, so it is better to keep tab on him regularly. If you hear a creaking sound, then you have to look under your bed until he's gone. And the last place is a little bit more tricky, because the tutorial didn't tell me that he could appear at the door. Basically, when he's there, you need to keep flashing the light. No, you're not supposed to keep your light at him like you do in the bed. But overall, Baldi has never been way too aggressive. The real problem is the Nightmare Principal, who periodically enter the closet, again with no sound cues. If you see him in the closet, you have to close the door, wait 3 seconds, and open again. He is the most aggressive of the bunch, so you have to keep checking on him constantly, more than the others. Night 3, or Normal Mode, introduces the 2 other threats. The bully will appear on the window. You know that because you hear a tap noise. If you see him, you need to press E to play an audio. That takes a while, so you have to act as fast as you can. And the last animatronic is Nightmare Playtime. She comes in through the door, and if you hear music coming from that door, you have to stand up and keep knocking on the door until the music stops. Neither of them are very aggressive, but they require a strategy nonetheless. My gameplay cycle consisted basically of check the bed, check the closet, go to bed, check the door, and repeat. Hard mode, or Night 4, is actually not that much harder than the previous challenge. Like I said before, the biggest threat is Nightmare Principal because he's very aggressive. And for some reason in this night he was replaced by Arts and Crafts. But that's merely aesthetic. they work the same. Following my strategy, I managed to finish the night very quickly, which led me to the final night. Polter mode? Like Will Polter? What does that even mean? Before the night, there is a cutscene, and just like the previous game, we get a completely different challenge. In Polter mode, you start at the center room, and then you have to pay attention to sounds that may come from your right or your left. They indicate where Polter Baldi is. If you go to the direction of the sound, again, you have to listen to music that may come from your left or your right, and then turn to its direction. And then you may encounter 3 different types of Polter Baldi. Red Baldi, Blue Baldi, and Moving Baldi. And each of them needs to be dealt with in a different way. To deal with the moving head, you just have to stare at him and do not touch anything. To deal with the blue one, you have to click on him until he disappears. As for the red one, you have to keep your mouse on the upper top right corner of the screen. Don't ask me why. And besides those 3, the only other threat are those helicopters. If they appear on your screen, you need to click on all of them, or else you won't be able to move. Honestly, they only serve to test your patience. Even though it's pretty easy to deal with the Baldis, you need to act quickly. But if I'm being honest, Polter mode was easier than hard mode. And then we get our final wall of text, which explains that the mastermind behind all of this was... First prize? Huh? He didn't even appear in the game. Oh, I guess that's why he's the mastermind. And in this ending, we sided against Baldi and the others. And by that, we cemented the never-ending cycle that is this game. By playing this game, we damned not only ourselves, but also Baldi, Playtime, Principal, and the Bully for all of eternity. Forever, destined to play these pointless games.
We will see you again through the never-ending paradox. That is the 1.5 construction. Goodbye.
I just wanted to play a funny game and have some giggles. And now I'm depressed. And like that, that was the normal ending. But believe me, there's still more to this game. For starters, if we go back to hard mode after finishing Polter mode, we can click on this clock by the closet. And there's a chance that we may end up hearing First Prize reciting some words. Which you may not know, but I know what it is. This is the NATO phonetic alphabet. In short, it is a spelling alphabet in which each word stands for its first letter. So, in short, he says
Foxtrot, Romeo, Echo, Delta, Bravo, Echo, Alpha, Romeo.
Fredbear. And while he's talking, if we go to our right and boop Fredbear's nose, we get a secret ending. First Prize says some things, but differently from before, I cannot understand him. Or better yet, I cannot understand anything that's happening. Apparently in this ending, which is the good ending, we choose to go to the 1.5 construct, ending the cycle. Also, it seems that there is one more ending called the absolute ending, but I don't know how to get to it. I tried reaching some tutorials, but it didn't work. But, in case you're interested, the developer of this game has a YouTube channel and he posted the ending there, so you may want to check it out. And lastly, if you keep spamming the C key on your keyboard on the menu, you will unlock the secret Circus Mode. In case you don't know, this new mode was inspired by another fan game, which was one of the main inspirations for this fan game. And would you look at that? Once again, It's a totally different game. And... holy shit! Okay, just so we're clear, I am not going to explain all of that. If you want, you can pause and read it yourself, but I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I tried sometimes, and I did not even come close to finishing this night. Seriously, it is much harder than it looks. And it already looks hard. If you were expecting a 100% completion guide, my bad. What do you guys think? Did you like the fan game? Would you like me to play something else? Tell me in the comments, and hopefully, I'll see you again next video. Until then,